The struggles of being a student. School is coming and summer is sadly coming to an end. It was only like yesterday I just sat on my couch potato body down, ready for summer vacation, and now it's the end of July. And as an individual who is just trying to get by in school, there are definitely things I struggle with from time to time. So without any more nonsense, let's begin. And just as a quick reminder, remember this video is only made for entertainment purposes only. Alright, back to the video. Student struggles. First we got being social with the other students. Now tell me why some of the people we meet at school treat us like doo-doo. Like bro, I would just say hey and they would get on my meat talking about, boy shut up! Why do all of you have such strong egos? Like come on, a brother's trying to get a pencil and you treat him like he's poor. Like dude, you aren't above everyone else just because you're popular. You are only 3 inches shorter than I am. There's also the average people that also just want to get their work done and leave the school campus the moment school ends. I fall into this category because who wants to slave away for 7 hours a day? Nobody, bro. I put in one earbud and casually do my work, minding my own business in class while listening to my music. I just study and leave. That's all I do. I mind my business and head out. If I got friends in my classes, I would be talking to them while doing my work and just having a chill time. I feel like most people would fall into this category because they also want to graduate just so they would never have to do school again. Then we got the weird kids that nobody really wants to talk about due to how musty and how bad they are. I don't got problems with anyone, but I also don't want to deal with the kids who base their whole personalities on cosplaying as animals. One thing I want to add before going into the next topic is just that I sometimes feel unnecessary amounts of stress whenever someone says something that makes me think on what to say and also not take forever to say a word. Like this one time, bro, there was this group of wannabe gangsters who were definitely not black that came up to me and asked me to say the N-word. And as someone who also isn't black and who is actually part white, part Asian, I struggled on what to say because I naturally didn't want to say the word because like I said, I'm not black. It's just moments like that where I'm struggling on what to say while I'm also not trying to take forever to say a word while also not trying to sound cringy. Like bro, why would you do that to me, bro? Next we got studying for classes. Studying for classes is often a challenge depending on what subject we're studying. In English, science, history, gym, and language classes, I'm chillin'. Sometimes in classes, like when we would work on presentations or just do normal classwork, I would kind of do too much on accident and I don't realize it that all I needed to do was add a simple background, text, and simple explanation of my topic instead of making a whole script for a movie directed by Michael Bay. I have mastered Canva and I would do something as simple as add an image of whatever the topic was about and add some simple things onto it and put some text and I would somehow still make it look like I put centuries into one Minecraft world. But the one subject I'm just super annoyed with is math. I hate math. Now, I get it, math is important and there are some parts of math I am chill with. I just hate topics like algebra because tell me why am I here studying the alien language? I actually do study for math and I often try to solve problems, but there's too many steps that I'm not getting. And by the time I finally master the step, the whole class will already be 20,000 years ahead while I'm still in the Ice Age. The websites we use like Alex and iReady in class are some of the most annoying and mind-intriguing apps to date. I would be doing some lessons and I would constantly get answers wrong and the websites wouldn't really help me with getting to the answers. And when they do, they give me the most terrible ways of solving problems. Like when I tried using their methods of solving the problems, I would still get the answers wrong. So a lot of the time I would just skip my homework because it was super annoying. And they were teaching me things that were different from what we were learning in class. They would be piling up and eventually I had to do some homework to at least get my grade up to a C, B, and even then I still was super annoyed. Everything else I would still be chilling because all I had to do was take notes and just try my best at the quizzes and tests. Next we got grades. Grades are what matters the most besides making friendships in schools. But I feel like the grading system is rigged because tell me why after I would do an assignment and I would bump me up 0.475869234% higher, but whenever I would fail an assignment, my grades would be sent down faster than Jack Doherty's whole career. Like literally my classes for God knows whatever reason would somehow be at an F or literally the first week every semester. Like bro, how was I already getting an F? I was paying attention in class and working on my assignments. How was that possible? Also, the first week of the semester, dude, how? I literally got F's within the first week of my first semester in my freshman year of high school in math and English. Like, how is that possible?
We dead ass!
And worst of all, It would take me all semester just trying to bring those grades up from an F to a C, B, or A. Like, I swear, teachers would be doing this just so they can motivate students that actually wanted to graduate and leave school for good to bring their grades up every semester. Next, we got the teachers. Now, if you're like me, you would want teachers who are chill and actually understand the students. You wouldn't want a teacher to get on your ass on things that don't even bother anyone else. It just depends on what kind of classes you are taking and what kind of teachers or professors that are teaching those classes. First off, we got the chill and laid-back teachers, who simply tell the class, hey, as long as you do the assignments and turn them in on time, I do not care about what you do as long as you turn in your work. They are the goats. Everyone, including me, wants these kinds of teachers. They are hands down the best teachers. The next best kinds of teachers are the ones that don't entirely treat the class like a loose flame and instead treat us like actual adults. They would say stuff like, I will give you guys a permission to use your phones at the end of this lesson, as long as you don't interrupt class and you do your work. You are allowed to listen to music with one earbud in while studying this lesson. They are also pretty chill teachers, and I like them a lot. And then we got normal teachers, who teach the class, help students learn, and make sure the students understand what's going on. Those are also really good teachers. Don't get me wrong, every teacher is good in their own way, and I like all teachers. And I feel like those are just most teachers in my opinion. But then we got the teachers who will punish you and send you to lunch detention for minor things that don't even bother anyone, like having your phone in your desk or asking another student for a pencil. Those kinds of things, we agree, are just the wasps of teachers. Like the moment Mr. Jimmy over here would check the time on his phone, the teacher would scold him and send him to the principal's office, while the kids in the back were having a last supper and using their phones to watch TikTok. And they would say the most stupidest reasons on why they got lunch detention to piss the students off. Like, just because they are the teachers, like, bro, I am just trying to study and go home, not play Squid Game. I believe that teachers are some of the most important people in a person's life besides family and friends, because they are the very people that help you understand the world with a bigger lens. And while most teachers are good people that actually care about what they are teaching in the class, some teachers really need to find other jobs because they are so bad at teaching. Next, we got school events. Now, I didn't really attend any school events or school dances besides track meets in my first year of high school because I was still really on my own socially, and plus I just didn't want to attend the dances. But guessing from what others said about high school events and my experiences from all the middle school dances I attended, we all landed on the same page that the dance parties were pretty mid. They would play the same songs like Cha-Cha Slide, Watch Me Whip, and Macarena every time, like that there wasn't a whole other world of music they could play. And it was just one big food fest. I wouldn't go to the dance floor as I just didn't feel comfortable going to the dance floor yet, and plus, I didn't want to dance. I really only cared about the food that was there and hanged out with my friends, and even then the parties were pretty mid. The parties Moist Critical would attend in his freshman year of college sound like Project X in comparison to the dance parties I went to. And lastly, we got clubs and sports. Getting into clubs and sports is super important and can teach you a lot of things. While I was in 2 clubs in a single sport, I found things about myself that I still take for granted to this day. The club that I was most passionate about was FBLA, because I actually learned how to design a website, and I got to travel to California for nationals. And that was a lot of fun. I was also in D&D, and I know in the Big 25 that's a nerdy thing to say, but hey, I was interested and I gave it a try. The campaign I was in was alright. I played as the quiet Steve Harrington because the people in our campaign were immature, and while I didn't want to be rude to other people in any way, I didn't feel like doing much in the campaign because they would be talking a lot of childish things, and they acted very childish. Not saying I'm embarrassed about that type of stuff, I was just feeling like I didn't fit in with that group, and so I just left. I tried my first sport in my school career, which was track and field, and I definitely kind of felt like I was abused a little bit. My coaches were alright, but the way they trained me and assumed I was being lazy despite recovering from my workouts is outright stupid. I will cover my track and field experience in another video in more depth, but spoiler alert, I quit 75% through the season because I felt like I already did enough and I didn't need to be milked anymore. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, have a good day or night. Peace!